Nyce FM.
No enya bo nice ediokron ene achiripo enso jaso kase ena wasugusu a wotie no ene edwoada enwumrei November bosome no ne da etoso edunso afimpenu ene aduonu enumu o my Ghana ne amahodo so nsem yaboabo no ede besom se jaso kase bo ewo nice ediokron ene achiripo enso eso yo Winneba Junction ewo enfinfin mantem emu sanso ena Facebook yestream live ewo honomo Nyce Tv and now obetimi ahwe live now do adwentre enso ato mre ne so a ye bekenkan ede ama no ahye ama foforo enso anya bi ahwe www.nycefmonline.com but listen live ne so obetimi etia for online radio no so TikTok Nyce 90.7 FM YouTube enso Nyce TV GH and anyway ensam no de bedi mu akotene bi ene say eyade say Chief Justice ye papa Justice Paul Bafo Boni waso akofonam eswan sisi de wahye na adwuma se Ghana ha nyina no emranim dwumadie no opanipa wo beda wo ano sawanso ena ekwan ya wo befa so a wa opeso ko police fire service immigration ende ekeka hu nyina no ene ese okuta wo phone ana se bia wo ekwan be na obetima fa so a obe apply no ena anwumre yebenya mre ne yede ho koma ma se ne be ya wo so betimi ede hihye ne so na watimi apply bi eni padodo say ana ye for more police and immigration interior minister akasa edi afa ho na kwawu oba hema owo kwawu police fo ache no IGP say omunja no na ye kasa de ensam na kwa bebre ahefo tefo mo wo mo nan say ye nche omo bi ede ne koso ewo kwawu emu nkyeremo so ha no say sanso na yekofo akwa akoche alatafo bi a ye kire omo de abefo kwan so no omo de bonkrofo kro no ye nse etimi akoso omo mo abanba be nkyere say Honorable Afenyo Makin esi wo sua no na no di abanba be ye no ye bie na so abanba be se ono de Afenyo ye no enye sa no ye e wo parliament ho enti ni sansem na onama ka no wonya kra afoforo bi ka ho ni nyina ene enwumre jaso kwan sia bobo no a ye de ebeso we se jaso kase bo e wo nice e de okro achiripo enso so nyuma ko bi adaroma omobo ye ametimi e de abeso wo One Family Clinic pain expert omo anetu yade no pains no honam ya no omutu ase edamaye efruti ekosu ni ase waposo wontini mu ne nyina yetu ase ama waya ase pa na rewo anase hefa ane ya ye be advanced herbal treatment amount massage physiotherapy lab services and face guidance and counseling yes sure mo ewaguna swedro ekwam krom police barrier later day saint asweda no enim sanso ana kumase patase estate junction officers mess no enim ho asin fosu Muzama Junction Kyo Praso New Market Pacific Force Station ho and abeho One Family Clinic pain expert frey ewo 0248 331 0248 331 what's bite eso mayenuane pano edi banku ampese kenke anase emono vegetable rice plain rice fried rice jollof rice assorted rice onsa ebekebi ope potato fries, yam fries, anasa beef burger, chicken burger, on sabekebi. Smoothies and shakes, your kiss me, sweet chocolate love, red berry, kinky shakes. Spaghetti bolognese noodles, and our so noodles with chicken in your ho. Pizza no ope BBQ. Chef special meat lovers pepperoni and asa veggies. Winneba, Rabbi Sam Junction, or more branch by Koho, say Charles Beaches, so obehuon. O place orders where be deliver at the amount 0594 668 688. 0594 668 688 and I say 0555 255 565. Addition Herbal Clinic and so adhere to a baby so amenya yarsa stroke ulcer diabetes pressure rheumatism asthma and pasuglomu ya de nete to ope bani bi atona so for the chemo e wade share Herbal Clinic go mo France Jehovah Witness asori dining chain obehu yen bra ya de no bra no ntine ha ma no ebetu ya de no ase amount obefro yen ewo 0545 042121 0545 042121 Nice Media Training School eso kan wa na nwure omoboye ama jaso kase no yetimi ede abesomo medi ene kwabena jumo piesie KDP yafanchemo no entoso
Wutie Nice ediokron ene ati konfon
ene amamre bia kwaso ewo Jubilee House mekire abankesie mu ewo abra omampeni John Dramani Mahama etonsa edifrey Justice Paul Bafo Boni na omano so akofuna mu eso aye Ghana for Ebekaya, Bosome ne da na etoso eye enan emu April Bosome num 2025. Ena Omampeni John Dramani Mahama ebo Justice Paul Bafoboni din se omehwe chire se Chief Justice. Isa se samre no ya maame Gertrude ye toko no ya na oye Chief Justice no na ye hwan ne to akunya e wa bra committee ye pa ye se omonye ne se mo hwehwemu no Article 146 no emu no omo ehu se maame we se wanye na adwuma ye enu ntini engine di bre efenfre ne sem ne free April wa di besi November bosome no Justice Paul Bafoboni ena wehwe chire se Chief Justice na sem ekopie mu e omrahye badwafie e wa bra omampani ebo ne din se ebe ya nkomohwe entoto no ano emrahye badwafo no etoto na no wie no emu oha ene eduosia miensa 163 eka se papa no yenjini tum se Chief Justice emu 69 eduosoro eduosia enkron ane ka se omo empene so na so dodo no akasa enu tina si se de aberwa yepuma kwa mu se omampani ema Justice ye Bafoboni eso akofinem eso I say Chief Justice enu video and our e wo Facebook Nyce Tv no etine omampani John Dramani Mahama ejina article 144 ne so ama orei aso akofom na so ya Ghana ha say no oba no executive a omampani ne da no okono legislative no a eye omo hyehye mra ne so a Aban Babin ane da no okono judiciary omo hwema amamra ne atentene ne eye adwuma ne so a opani we Justice Paul Bafoboni ono ena wababeda omo ano so omampani ni ho na bedi akire ni ho Speaker of Parliament eni ho a obesan so ahwe akire se Ghana ye mampani ekosi se emu baako ebesan aba oman no mu ebio na mra woso akofremu eswan no ena omampani John Dramani Mahama ekire ne se enye se bi ase bi ahota bi nti ane ma omo ebo ne din no munim ne wayeda ene de oguso a woye eni timra wa ben wohwe se foforoye ebeba atemu adwuma no mu enya de se ono omampani no or the judiciary no ebehye ni botom wa mo freedom omo akasa wo mo efa hodi a ombetimi aye de wo so mo ye bia na mom omo hwese omo adwuma omo ye no omo beye ede asom oman no ama asomdwe enso etimi abem omampani John Dramani Mahama wabra opani no eso akofena mu eso wie ye no odinano disem etudwa.
The constitutional role of the Chief Justice, that is the office that you assume today, is among the most important under our constitution. The Chief Justice is not only the head of the judiciary, but he is also the symbol and guarantor of justice for our people. You preside over the Supreme Court, you chair the Judicial Council, and bear the responsibility for administering justice across our country. You will oversee the work of judges and magistrates nationwide, from our busiest urban courts to the most remote districts of our country. Our Constitution enshrines the principle that the courts, as outlined in Article 125, shall administer justice in the name of the Republic of Ghana, guided by the principles of freedom, equality, probity, and accountability. And so as Chief Justice, you are the first guardian of these principles within the judicial arm. Judicial independence and separation of powers. The strength of our democracy depends on a delicate yet essential balance of powers among the executive, the legislature, and the judiciary. Each branch is supposed to operate independently, and yet they have to collaborate in order to serve the common good. And so today, as President, I pledge my unwavering commitment to the independence of the judiciary. I wish to say that an independent judiciary is not a favor to the courts. It is a constitutional necessity, sometimes criticized. Our people want institutions that work, but they also demand institutions that they can trust. The judiciary in particular must be above reproach. One single act of corruption by a judicial officer can undermine years of hard work and erode public confidence in the entire system. My Lord Chief Justice, one of your most urgent tasks is to strengthen integrity within the judiciary. And this includes, firstly, firm but fair disciplinary standards for judges and staff. Secondly, transparent and predictable procedures for case assignment and management. Thirdly, strong internal mechanisms to address allegations of misconduct. And fourth, a culture where ethical conduct is rewarded and wrongdoing is swiftly sanctioned. Our citizens must know and feel that justice in Ghana is not for sale, and that no one, regardless of their power or status, is too powerful or too humble to be held accountable under the law. Justice must not only be fair, it must also be accessible, it must be timely, and it must be affordable. Too many of our fellow citizens still experience justice as something that is distant, that is slow and financially burdensome. Court adjournments, delays in delivering judgments, and complex procedures can turn our courtrooms into places of frustration rather than places of hope. I therefore urge you, my Lord, in collaboration with the Judicial Council and the Bar, to prioritize the reduction of case backlogs through innovative case management systems. The expansion and modernization of court infrastructure, especially in underserved districts. Also the use of technology, e-filing, virtual hearings where appropriate, and digital recordings to improve efficiency.
Pani John Dramani Mahama no okasa pinwa edika ho. Enwache no ana Justice Paul Bafuboni ono asisi de yenka acting biem wababe Chief Justice ewo my Ghana mu no so eda empanifo ase ewo gidi omo enya ewo ni mu ehye se ono so be na afemu de bia se ne be ya Ghana fo so benya arehemu ewo eye mrenim dwumadie no mu se omo de omo asem court ye de omo asem ho ye koba ensema hodo a abo apeso nyina no omo befa kwan bi so etima hwe eye di efri ho no mo se ne be ya somdwe betimi abo mai emu.
As Chief Justice, I recognize that every court in our land, from the smallest magistrate court to the highest tribunal, holds a sacred duty to ensure that the rights, liberties, and human dignity of Ghanaians are respected and protected. It is not the law alone that matters, but how the law is applied, how justice is dispensed, and how courts earn the confidence of the people. We serve a nation built on the 1992 Constitution, which enshrines not only rights, but also responsibilities. Our judiciary must be independent, impartial, and accessible. It must not serve the powerful or the connected at the expense of the weak and the vulnerable. It must resist any incursions on its freedoms, but also embrace accountability, transparency, and continuous reform. In recent times, many Ghanaians have expressed concern about delays, access, and perceptions of fairness in our courts. I wish to confront those concerns head-on. The judiciary must not only be seen to be fair, but must be fair, clearing backlogs, reforming processes, promoting alternative dispute resolution where appropriate, harnessing technology, and ensuring that ordinary citizens can approach the courts with confidence. These are not optional add-ons, but they are imperatives. Your Excellency, my vision for the judiciary is that of a service-oriented institution, courts that are efficient, transparent, and respectful of all persons, judges and staff who uphold high ethical standards, treat litigants with dignity, and apply the law without fear or favor, a judiciary that works not for political ends, but for the cause of justice. I envision a Ghana where justice is not delayed or denied, where the cost, distance, and complexity of going to court are no longer barriers to fairness. I envision judges who are independent, yet humble, fearless, yet fair, learned, yet compassionate.
Justice Paul Bafuboni and Yetene can see said ye meya Chief Justice Fofro ewa hase wabra ye maame Gertrude Arabato kuno ye ne to ekunyano openi a wo hwe ne video e Facebook Nyce Tv no Justice Paul Bafuboni ono ana wabehye anan afei ebusuafo momra Facebook Nyce TV Nyce TV mo pese police fire service immigration muso mutimi kobie prisons mutimi kobie no ya mo busa ehon sem no ekwan be na obetimi afaso na wa apply ebo ewia 12 no na empanifo ebietu mo se wa waneje hon se opese okọ police okọ fire okọ immigration anase prisons no ene wo so betimi akọ apply bi na no krofo busa ensem bebre ekwan be so na obefo a obetimi mepacho ye show e wo Facebook NYCE TV Nyce TV e wo Facebook step 1 eni etimi pacho brabehwe wabra ye kirekire mu se na bia kirekire mu wi a esa so ko yesen foforo efo ni ntu obi so wase wo so ti process na se e wase oti steps na se ye na wa nye stranded enti step 1 ana eda Facebook Nyce TV sisia no NYCE TV afi yen shase se wo pese oko police fire service any immigration any saa nneɛma ahodoɔ ni bia wa GCB bank eben wo ne de ye beba we so sisi a de wo Facebook Nyce TV ne so na de di nkan no say GCB bank eben wa obetima ko commercial bank wo Ghana commercial bank GCB bank bi eben wo no say okọ ho no mo a okọ anu aka kire mo say ope police de ana fire service ana say immigration ana say prisons say ope so to ni nyina so de a na no de watua entie no de GCB bank de eno no de okọ ho no ma de mba beka no wonye bi etu obo yenko baako no asa yenko baako no enti wo a obekọ akoto de ewo GCB bank no ehu hia se obeye wei de me ba bebubo so sisi ano na ebomo no se GCB bank emmewo na opese odu mobile money aneto USSD code no na opese use editor voucher no a for phone bo star 13 star 03 hash star 13 star 03 hash all networks so you use Telecel so you use 80 and also you use MTN obetimi abo say ubo wi a select one option 1 umia one na on say one no a purchase voucher select option 1 na fei ebesa ba opese wo to police there opese wo to immigration fire anase yi prisons na wa select the opese oton obe select baako o select wi a on bebusa ekwan ye be na opese ofa so na utua voucher no eka 220 no kwa be na opese ofa so a utua ka eti na wa select payment method no eti mobile money a na no de wa fele ho no mo de no afei esa say mobile money e na o de 20 no o me send no message say bo o mobile money pin no o mobile money code no bo shem eti unya bo o mobile money pin ni pe o mbeti sika no e de free mobile money account no mu ti de kan hwese sika e wo mobile money account no mu ansa 220 de e wo se onya bidem e no ne ye baako de eti say wo to 4 ni nyina no a times 4 eti no e bia police e na peso kwa udru de tosu si no a o select police no afei ekwan be na peso fa so tua ka na wa select na wa bo mobile money pin code no ahyem omo se a check no 5 minutes e was a won saka wo voucher no nemom efiti area 12 what of voucher na so omo fa o pin code ne ma voucher na otua aka no se nyamba ya fa phone sisi a wo a wato na so odie enyamba ye no fa phone sanso bo star 713 star 03 hash oh say first one obo option 1 purchase voucher we say ne de ombo option 1 obemia option 2 retrieve voucher e na obebo enti wa e free area 12 mo ho otoye a odie enyamaye no yes say don't worry say obo star 713 star 03 hash no a select option 2 man select option 1 ni biem select option 2 o select option 2 no a retrieve voucher unya select option 2 no a omo ebe send amount shene so say mobile money na udi tua aka no number no a udi tua aka wo mobile money ne so no sa number ne so anombe send e akọ enti sa wo pese auto fire service a se number cro na udi tua mobile money no sa number ne so no mbe send e asi na se omunya send voucher ne ma wa unwieye obekọ option 2 eto obo maye de toso mieno no wanyanya opin code no ensaye ye ne mafoforo ho a obeye afede obekọ internet ne so ebeye akatena computer echi na wa mre enti se wokọ internet ne so a obebo csgrpgh.com eno so wo Facebook Nyce TV Nyce TV wo a wato o voucher no ya send o pin code e de ama wawie no afei ko internet ne so nebo csgrpgh.com so obo csgrpgh.com na yese kenkan sam na o ma twere ho ni nyina wie hwese wo se fata we are click apply now no create account afei ubie account no awie a obo behwe se voucher na nneɛma ahodoɔ ni nyinaa no nsɛm bi ɔmɛbusa obi ana de ahyehyɛ mu de ama wo picture ahodoɔ a wɔsɛ wode tu mu de wɔsɛ wotwitwa ne pictures di gu mu nyinaa no na watwitwa ne pictures na wode agum afei sɛ uwie ni nyinaa no a na wa submit na ɔmo kyerɛ sɛ unya bɔ submit ne so a sɛ on qualify a computer ne bɛka kyerɛ sɛ offer on qualify sɛ yɛ o results o sɛ yɛ wo age o bibi nti a ɛma won qualify no unya submit na computer ne bɛka kyerɛ ɛno kyerɛ sɛ onti ɔmo nka bio scan ne so ahye eti na ɔmo sɛ di kan options no unya o voucher ne wi a obo csgrpgh.com na kenkan instructions any requirement ni ho say o qualify yansa na unya submit o details ni nyina wi a instantly say on qualify a o meka kire say we dey offer yemfa wo eho no ano na wasa wachi na won so a utibe yeye no a ebetomu wo no na wa print o pdf pdf no a ɛda ɔmɛka kyerɛ sɛ bra na ɔmonya physical screening bra bɛyɛ screening no saa deɛ no a o print yɛ no ɛna ade bɛkɔ enti wonya voucher ne wie na wokɔ computer ne so na wokɔ apply wɔ computer ne so wie a hwɛ sɛ wobɛ print pdf no a ɔmɛde bɛma wo no na wode ato hɔ ɛda ɔmbɛfrɛ wo sɛ bra no wode saa paper no a o print yɛ no wode bɛka ho na wode akɔ for recruitment processes utie ya u submit na ekọ eno ano o meka kire say utie ayeye twen ye be ma oda obeba for screening eno akire no so baby foforo bia ba akire o mesa ne text message ama anase email eda e wose wo ba ebe ye screening eda e wose uye bibi so mo pa bibi aka akire wo a omo a omo ti be ye no a omo application ni betomo no o mesa ndi afa text message sms anasa on be send for email ede amount na watwen ekosi se o mo beton safro se bra screening enti ene de onya lodu mobile money no a obetimi ato for ni nyina usika dodo na be kire na wa apply ni nyina opamienu so obetimi apply 2 ni nyina ba kopɛ so obetimi ato ba ko no apply ba kopɛ no se onya submit na se tomu a print to ho bibia ni a o send message amount number no a wode ye ne so hwe se eye number ene wayi chip na to ho adechi a ewowe ho etu bo ho ani se wani beba ho se na wanya message kura na wanhu eti use number eye active ya ombetimi ede information bi a ehia ede afaso ede amount na enu achi no motonsa ede frewa wo so atimi akọ na wakoye screen no nyina enti ne mo a moto mo voucher no a mo nsanka no sanso bo short code ni bio na select option 2 retrieve voucher obetimi e de retrieve voucher no akọ online na watimi akọ apply atwaso na no na esentrofo busa oswafo a ohwe efisem so interior minister Muntaka Mohammed Mubarak say enipa dodo say na omofa wo mo police for dodo say immigration for dodo say fire for dodo say babusua ade ba ko ne say ebesi ne minister no kire say omunnim nipa dodo a ombetimi afa wo mo omunnim police for dodo a ombetimi afa omunnim fire service dodo ombetimi afa omunnim immigration dodo a ombetimi afa omunnim prisons dodo a ombetimi afa ni nyina ne say finance minister anebe mo clearance enti clearance no anebe kire say monfa police for 5 monfa immigration for 10 monfa nipa dodo say enti enkosi se finance minister ebe ka kire mo nipa dodo a omonfa no omunnim enti no apply fa to honom wo say ono de omaka kire ye finance minister say enipa dodo a omuhia no omuhia police for nko 33000 omuhia immigration for 12000 omuhia fire service for 22000 and omuhia prison for so 12000 nanso sikani ho a obetimi dia fa nipa be se 100000 enti omo twen se finance minister no ebe ka kire omo se ene ana se kina se ne ebe ya omo so betimi ehu enti ebesi na ne de omunya hu nipa dodo a omo ebetumi afa na ayade sa na abo Muntaka Mohammed Mubarak cheche ma kire ensentrefo.
Look, if we were to have budget room and you take the standard international practice against the number of police that we have and the number of police that we should have, I would say that we'll have needed about 33,000 for the police. And when it comes to immigration, we'll have needed about 12,000. If you come to fire, we'll have needed about 22,000. If you come to prisons, we'll have needed another 12,000. But obviously, the budget, I will be the most reasonable person to tell the finance minister that make this room for over 100,000 for the Minister of Interior alone. Currently, the Minister of Finance tells us, in cabinet, together with the president, we said that we should allow him to work on this budget and get back to tell us exactly how many numbers he can accommodate. But we have forwarded these numbers that we say that if we are going to go international in terms of parity, we will be needing about 30,000 police. As of now, we have not finalized the number with the Minister of Finance.
Entibesi neno omunya hu police for dodo a ewo so omofa immigration fire ene ni nyina no omunya hu ye enti no omo twan se finance minister be kire omni padodo a omofa etcc ene de be ya ne se wo a wani je ho apply fa to ho na se mere no so a na omahu ni padodo ombe fa we say Muntaka Mohammed Mubarak interior minister ane ete ne nka no na busua ye free adwuma aban efremu ne akopie mu ewo kwawu na asamo a ekoso ewo kwawu ho no mo no ene se sisi ano akwako ye nsem mienu uwe video na etwagu ewo Facebook Nyce Tv a ohini mu a otefom wo ne nan se munchi ne bi eno ana etwagu ewo Facebook Nyce TV ne so no na yentie we se mra video na wo hwe no ye de mu kiremo ebro yentie ohini a wotefom ewo ne nan ene de ekoso wo kwawu
Munchime na munchime what police from one munchime Flash for munchime me papa ni munchime munchime ko yazo bonza body munchime fe uni here can you cause I'm here for evidence purpose 5.11 me here for evidence purpose I am taekwondo fe uni here make sure that you film it very well you go be here munchime mu fianko munchime what's the plan musuko munchime nuba kwa hindi ebe fomu no wako se ko yamudia munchime utwamiye na china kata kwa sa munchime ko yamudia munchime mubanga megumisa minami anuka hom mumpaja makotuka mu mushutumio minu kliba kummi Dasibe kwa watu otosu yensa. Kohine. Dasibe kwa watu otosu yensa. Ndinu no so ni DAAB ma mesal kwamo. E bia news pen.
Etiabusia ade a wutie no eno video na ho Facebook Nyce TV ne nipa wate form 19 no a woka se monchime no. Ye kirema ye frɛ no Dasebre Akuamo Aboate otoso yensa. Eno omo kire se oyekwawu hene. Na de ekoso ne se ayade se anadwi bese 4:30 ahomachi mu ho no mo ene ahomachi wei kwawu oba ahema owo ho police for ebeche ne koi asatie ni mpo no na ebemo kire se ekrofo bi abekidnap eye oba ahema owo kwawu ho no mo no na adwoa jemfua ya wotoso miensa nanso omo ho bi kire mu a police for ba omo tututuo ane ye na kire se oba ahema no omo ano ede ne koye ama sisi no oba ahema na police for che no IGP Inspector General of Police Trese Omunjai no Omujai Oba Ahema ne so no police officers na omokoche Oba Ahema no ena homachi we ne so no omudu omama Police Professional Standards Bureau for PPS before say omonye police for no ensemu hwehwemu na omohwe efo asotwa esefata enfama wo mu naso ena nwumrei eyade secretary every Kwawu Traditional Council ho no mo aba na Kwawu Traditional Council no kire say die siye ewo kwawu no emu kiremu nie eye no kra se oba ahema no enkrofo bi kidnap no ekotam no se ne ka no na mu kire se eyade se sisi no akwete se ohini a owo kwawu ho no no Dasebre Akuamo Japan ye otoso mienu enkrofo otwitwa na nem omo mpese oba na adwuma omo kire se bafo osayakoto na afei so oba ahema no omo mma ohini a kwawu hini a ye frɛ no Dasebre Akuamo Japan otoso mienu no omo mma no kwan ema ne nya na adwuma enti no yade sa Eastern Regional House of Chief for Ed Injunction ato eye bafo osayakoto na afei so eye oba ahema ne so say ema omo nkotwentwa nanem eti sa injunction no ena na police for ede sa adwuma ene ahomache a enam so ema omo kwache oba ahema no neso esan se omo bechi na ahomache ede koye no enam so ma ebufuo baaye na ebi kire mu a hefa no mache omo ba ahema akohye ema se the police for bebre no ano ane ede omo akogu kwa no mo ehwe boban se na ebe ya akoma ehuru nkosoro na obi enkofa emra enfa enhye nsem eno enti police for echiremu asisi de police professional standard bureau for no aso asem no mu ehwe aye adwuma ni nyina se na ebe ya omo ebetimi amasomdwe aba ho no mo enti oba ahema no a ko uba ahema ne omo ekoche no ahomache no IGP assign amomo ejai no omo release no ya omo police for no so ensem hwehwemu na asisi no ahemfo mienu obi a kire se oyo hene hwan ana ye adwuma hwan ana ni kwa se oye adwuma ahemfo so edi injunction atubi so ya omo pese emra no eye adwuma eno ana nam so nti a omo che oba ahema no koye enipa ba ko so te form e1 and 9 se ono sadia ono nso omo che no emfa ne fra esai se omo ntena ho emma omo che oba ahema nko a we se nyina ko so esi se the police for hrema omo ye de omo betum bia wokwawu se ne be ya ensem enkogin semu ewo honom ye free honom ne de eni achiremu ewo Yeko Economic and Organized Crime Office omo aso ye na enenso Yekofo e de adwumason bi ahyehye so ewo nkran eye Mataheko afianya eno ewo nkran mantem no emu na operation a omode kwahye so no di omode atoso no eye Operation Lifeline na Operation Lifeline we say so no enam so ema Nigeria for enso ya yesu so say jese ya form se enkoa ana omo ye enkoa adwuma ewo my Ghana mu ha say no ya de asa yetimi akọje omo edo omo efre ni pabonfo no ensem police for koye operation ewo Mataheko afianya ya eno ewo enkramantem no omo chi enipa edu enipa 10 ana omo chi wo na emu nipa 3 omo ye suspect pa ada emu nipa 7 enso aye Nigerians omo fie no efiti 17 edikosi 30 years na omo che se suspect no ade se omo she da ka kire omo nuanom Nigeria fo ne se he Ghana de hanom ode hwe se wo ba Ghana sisi ya obenya adwuma ye ene ba bia obeda de obedi che se enya ade se omo beto pa itomo dada nkrofo na omo nuanom Nigeria fo beduru Ghana ha no ana omo ka omo gu dem ana de omo ka kire omo ane se momra ya ma mo computer mo fa nye fraud mo fa scamming nkrofo na mo fa sika no emfa emra enti sa ni patre no ana mo dada Nigeria for omunuanum Nigeria for 7 ede ka omo ho ya kire so omugu dan mu na omo yesa eno ana police for etimi akwachi wo na Yekofo eka ede akire Ghana for nyina se efie rafo mo na modi mu fie ema ahan odu fie ama ahan enkrofo Nigeria ni ba ko na ade ma no Nigeria for abeka obeburudu ana wodan ba kum na so nipa ba ko pe na ade dan ne ma ha me pa cho mo soso mo posi for amane na omutimi for mani emedi akire esan se nansan mo no Nigeria for bebre na no yada da omodu oba beduru Ghana ha se ya yade mani bi ebo base bra no ne yade mema ne so eye fraud ene scamming ahodo ewo my Ghana ye emu na omode omo aye krado se ometimi ahwa matentene ne etimi aye adwuma na enipa de omo konkwaso mo so no ye betimi age omo frame na face wani a omaye omadwen se omenam abefo kwan so online na omo ede abokro no ne so ye betimi ahwe etu omo nyina esosa eti Yekofo eso esre Ghana fo nyina se obi ama nani na hobi na face efiewura no mo so ometimi amomo eni ada ho no mo eno ache ne so wani a omaye omadwen se omefa omunuanom no mum na omode afo mo ho ayeye ne so ye bo omo kokko se emra ne nyanso omumu nti ana omo sankwan se emra ne so omumu dia emra no enu bedi papa eni ti woso mo hwe na omotwe omo ho edi free sa ensem no enyina emu we say eye krata eno so efree Yeko Economic and Organized Crime Office so enso aba Public Relations Unit no omonsa ehye ase. Now Speaker of Parliament Right Honorable Alban Somana Kingsford Baben kire say pepacho se wo sua wo nyonko asa no asua ne ye nemo menchia wo pa na eba Speaker Babin ebo ni nyina no eko ediama Honorable Alexander Afenyomaken efutu mrashebedwani ya okọ mrashebedwafi so a edom kuma ewo ho no oyo moba no deni minority leader na Speaker of Parliament HSN nansen Afenyomaken Honorable etai ekase owe subanya order na di ewo Parliament ho no a osua Speaker Baben maybe a Chamupa 92, 94, 96, near him Hoba Speaker Babin, Right Honorable Aban Babin, no a minority leader, a majority leader. Hey, Parliament who's Robia, Nana near Dane, or Canadian, or Shasa Mrano Ebeye Juma, Entino, Embra na Speaker Babin, Ejina and Naso Nemranti Brim. Subaya wadana di wa Parliament, a queen of Faso, a year ne Jumano, and no, I don't know a fenyo maken so. Wesia ono so ede ye adwuma na so abanba benkyerese usia masa siamasa ye na moment ya wopa wonjina parliament o antiatiem wonjina parliament o no mo anna suban na afenyo maken eda ne so no bi edi emre bia no wo hwese ne mframa ne si bokọ no wetime de akire ba bia akoma ba form ne so na akoma ba form wo hwedin no de abebom dakrope ana speaker Babin esore ye epie free mra sebedwafia nebo anyo so esanse sambre no speaker na oti adwemu obo abanba bedin ekeka na adwe kire no wa ma abanba ben so kwan ama ono so anka na afemu de eno kwani ade a abanba ben bo anyo so ya ema no pie free parliament eno mpo no enya de se ne domo a na omodi na chi no enso pie ye nanso okwa read statement ahodo esma ahodo ababen kan ye ekwan a wo fa so edi edom kumanim esan so edi dom dodo na nimu a enye de afrenyo makin eye ni bia ne de ebo ebra kra eni ti se wo se de Aban Babin oye ye no ana osua no a onye ne ye enye sa so de a e ma ne mfa subanya order na di e wo parliament no entoto ono Aban Babin emra na oye mra sebedwane no eho Aban Babin ne nkra no eni.
You've been told often, and sometimes I expect some of you who experience is to respond, but you don't. And you know, silence means consent. What the minority leader is doing now is not what I did. He has copiously referred to you people that he took inspiration from my record. Please go and read my record. I never on the floor raised my voice. I never on the floor tried to show grandeur. No, I studied the ecology, the political environment. I tested the pulse of the people, and you play along with that. I didn't do what you are doing. Please, anybody can go and read. Only one occasion when the Right Honorable Peter Lajeti came and read a statement attacking me personally, that I rose up to say my side of the story, and he would not allow me to do so. My very good friend, Papa Nkuma, who was the majority leader then, stood up and said, once he mentioned me specifically, by our standing orders, I have the right of reply. And he shouted at him and prevented him and ordered him to sit down. And that day, I took my books and stormed to my office. My colleagues did not follow me. They continued with the work of Parliament. It was in my office that the then few cameras, led by GTV, questioned why I moved out. And I gave them my side of the story. I said, if this is how the Speaker was going to go about things on the floor of Parliament, I will go after him. That caught the attention of the whole nation. That is the only instance. And later on, I met him and narrated that he accused me without basis. They pleaded on me to rather tone down my response, which was meaningless. It's also captured in the official report. I'm saying this because this has been referred to many times by many people that I behaved the same way when I was minority leader. If I could have turned things around within 2 years, and we almost won the 2004 elections. And these young MPs, the Minister for Education and his team, joined us in 2005. Please, the opportunity is now, and that is why I'm saying this.
Enunti no se opese oye de Aban Babin eye eni bia ye ne yie esa se ekwan wafa so oye ode no enye sa na Aban Babin eye ne de no eno no eye nsema Right Honorable Aban Soma na Kingsford Babin ode etudwa na mra wo kasa no na ade se opao eye scholarship scheme bi ho entoma ede ama emrahye ene omo a omo ye adwuma e wo mrahye bedwafie no se de be ya omo so ebetimi atimi akọ enimu akosua de na awodwumadie no ase no oswafo hwe enwomasua ensem so Education Minister Haruna Idrisu enso ate ho akere Speaker of Parliament say enche bia no omode emra bi ebeto mrahye bedwafie ho na emra no amode ba no National Defence University Bill na sa National Defence University Bill no omo eba bekeka National Armed Forces for ne baby a yetete asrafo ne bambo adwuma ekuo no sukuu no a yɛtete wɔ mo no yɛba bɛkeka bom ahwɛ apagam na etimi aba bɛyɛ university suapɔn kɛseɛ pa ɛwɔ man Ghana yi emu ɛne nti ɔmampani asoma no sɛ ɔmo ɛmfa bill no ɛmmra na sɛ mmarahyɛbadwafoɔ no ɛgye tum na sɛ presidential tata no ɛbɛ mu a na ɛne deɛ ɔmo ɛtumi abie National Defence University no ano ɛde ama wɔne a ɔyɛ adwuma ɛwɔ bambɔ adwumakuo nom na ɔmo so ɛtumi anya nteteɛ ɛtumi akɔ animu Haruna Idris ɔsoafo hwɛ enwumasua nsɛm ho ɔte ho kyerɛ Speaker of Parliament.
Mr. Speaker, it's not just you. I'm sure sooner than later I'll come to Parliament to introduce the National Defence University. It's President Mohammed's decision that the Ghana Armed Forces and all its allied institutions be upgraded into a university of the National Defence University, NDU. Will come to Parliament to introduce a bill on that. So to Professor Atuahine, I should commend Speaker Bagbin, and I believe that many of our academic institutions in Ghana are listening. You can establish a chair in governance. Then once in a while, you can invite the like of Mr. Speaker, former speakers, former experienced members of Parliament to share their views on governance and the administration of the country generally.
Honorable Warren Edrusu in some way to Jawabra na Alban Barben scholarship scheme or de mamra sebedwafo and a parliamentary service for omom ye adwuma e omra sebedwafie no na opa eho entoma no na Haruna Idriso enso ekasa ye ewase. Empanifo a eye adwuma ewo asoye hwe sikasem so ekere se 2026 budget no eye budget ya omode ba na aba behwe ate ohia so ewo man Ghana yi emu enye se beba ma yesikasem kwa etimi enyini na openia okasa asem we say no Samuel Dankwa Akest, Chief Economist Officer and a Director Emma Rail Sector Division Minister of Finance and now no edisa in some way say etudwa wabra na ojina Dr. Keselato forcing anemu ewo enedwumadia ekoso no emu na no ano chiremu a ohwe enhyehya hodo a omode agu akwemu a eba no se economy no enyini enyina mahodensem eja ne nan eso no so na omo eye ntotoye se ne ebe ya ebetimi ate ohia so one Ghana mu no ohwe 2021 population housing census a ye no a emeye ho se ne oman ne bobre ne tebia esitie enipakuo bia ne omo ewo mu enu nti anomo so etima hwe a eye eba be sa ensenkyereni we se so ede amaye KBMG eye UNDP 2026 put budget forum a ekoso ewon kran no emu no and eye Ora Akest ono so ekasaye.
Way back from Ghana's independence to the 80s, the title was the budget statement, just like how it's been put there as post-budget forum. But in 1986, that's about 40 years ago, so it's insightful to notice that it was changed to budget statement and economic policy. And the reason is not far-fetched. For those who were alive and remember then, as part of the Economic Recovery Program and Structural Adjustment Program, what many people did not know was that the focus of the budget changed from mere statistics, adding revenue and expenditure. In fact, at the time, expenditure was first, because the budget was more of spending, and revenue was second, and the deficit, etc., were residual. But we changed the name 40 years ago, and we are celebrating that, and it's important we reflect on some of these dimensions to date. Now, in all the others, they were all enshrined in the Constitution, the first Republican, second, and the third. But with what we have here, it's enshrined in Article 179 and Section 21 of the PFM law. Now, that provides the context for why the finance minister presented the budget. But at the same time, it is important to reflect on the theme, which you see also right below there. So I'm focusing on what is on the screen. And the title is Resetting for Growth, Jobs, and Economic Transformation. And as you can see, it is showing three pillars. This triad of critical pillars are the growth, the jobs, and economic transformation.
Enu tini ahwe ni mo se 2026 budget no so ebetimi ede science and chani we say ede abraye. Afri madwen kira mo de for Facebook Nyce TV yemfa bi ento aso. So for ko bena ni kachi ese nice news onapo or the osincha nkoma yangse ni afedi abusu nyina. Samuel Esedo Bonze enso eso ready free breeze house winnie by yanko so enye adwuma. Rich BMG or say a president of Ghana why 419 24 where is 24-hour economy no ɛwɔ hefa ɔno so ɛtwɛn Emmanuel Asante enso so ɔhwɛ yɛ de free Gomu Abuduata na Solomon Akwatia ɛse ɔde short code no ɛtɔɔyɛ ɔde to immigration forms na ne voucher no enya my sense mo ne wakɔ MTN office still ne sankan enti no sanso bɔ the same code *713*03# na select option 2 retrieve voucher option 2 retrieve voucher ne hwɛ sɛ wɔn sabe tumi aka enti bɔ wo a wato short code no wo bɔ ye na yate wo mobile money unsa nyanka o voucher no sanso bɔ *713*03# na select option 2 retrieve voucher ne hwɛ sɛ unsa ebetumi aka eno ne de mpanifo kyerɛ sɛ oya unsa ebetumi aka na ekwa mo aboate ablekumo sɛ Dr. Bomia be lead 2028 Dr. Bomia is the best obetumi lead NPP amanyoko no enti omonko so emonachi edom na Richmond Asan enso ese wohwe ye edi free Gomwa Asebu Sara nso ana James anakata ese onte se customs for efa nipa da ese de bia nipa foforo ye adwuma but your customs omo Ghana Revenue Authority for ase eno customs for enhye interior ministry ase Ethiopia customs akwa Ghana Revenue Authority for the betiaka enti kwade kwa busa GRA customs for eka Ghana Revenue Authority ho enti no enti na enye interior ministry no anefa wo mo no enti no kone yenko busa GRA for ne se da be na yete omoka so obo fa custom officers adebia customs for kwei already free Gomwa onyazi new site Solomon Akwatia enso say yes and repeat enti the same short code Solomon na sanso bo option 2 na efa retrieve na yenhwe afa ye na wase se onyamre etie yen jaso kase ene anwumre adehye herbal clinic ebo ye chidom sanso na worksbite na one family clinic nice media training school almost so eka ho and etimede jaso kase no ebrel ene anopei ene anwumre midi ene kwabena dwumo piesie KDP adwase so nyamre tie ye twa ho tew ye ba ye bedi dwane asoso amadwumadi ahodo aka atos yakra mu nyina.
Let's get interactive on our social media handles. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Nyce907FM. Like us on Facebook at Nyce90.7 FM or WhatsApp us on 0240 466 888.
Area busia yeni dwato na ye sorry so na fe yenje muma DJs no no so hima power no emfa entwa so ema yesa ewa nice 90.7 FM eso